Donald Trump has won a second term, and his plans for new tariffs are already making waves. In his first term, tariffs on Chinese imports cost Americans over $800 per household on average. Only about $200 per household was collected by the federal government in taxes. Trump's new tariffs could add up to $1,700 a year for the average household. In short, tariffs create a lose-lose situation by shrinking economic activity. To understand why, it is important we understand why trading with one another produces better outcomes. All of us possess certain skills and talents to produce goods and services. Some of us are good at carpentry, while others are good farmers. In principle, each person could produce everything that they consume. This, however, would severely limit people's choices about what they produce and consume. The carpenter might do a wonderful job building a house, but he would struggle to grow food since this isn't his area of expertise. Likewise, the farmer could do an excellent job producing large crops, but would find it difficult to build a house. By engaging in voluntary exchange, however, both parties can benefit. Globally, voluntary trade makes all parties better off and contributes to growth and prosperity. Protectionist policies like tariffs can create benefits for a small group, like workers who lose their jobs to foreign competition. But this comes at a much higher cost, which is dispersed across the rest of society. As noted by Henry Hazlitt, the art of economics consists in looking not merely at the immediate, but at the longer effects of any actual policy. It consists in tracing the consequences of that policy, not merely for one group, but for all groups. As Western nations build barriers, economists warn about the toll on economic growth, wages, and international relations. But the global picture is not all doom and gloom for free trade. New research from the Initiative for African Trade and Prosperity shows how an oven-ready free trade agreement can turbocharge the development of the world's poorest continent. The African Continental Free Trade Area aims to remove 90% of tariffs and expand free trade across the continent over the next decade, with the potential to lift 50 million people out of extreme poverty, defining as living on under the equivalent of $1.90 per day. When you account for the people that could be brought out of moderate poverty by the agreement, the number skyrockets to over 100 million. With the African Continental Free Trade Area, Africa could unlock unprecedented growth, proving the power of free trade in lifting people out of poverty. Full implementation of the agreement could also have significant downstream benefits, like higher worker productivity. This would allow Africa to export finished products to the world market, rather than raw material resources like gold, lithium, and diamonds. In a world turning inward, Africa's trade efforts offer a powerful example of what economic freedom can achieve.